Hello everybody and welcome back. Happy New Year to everyone. And with that, we know that they said that 715 was going to hit in January, so let's go over what you should be doing every week to best prepare for patch 715 and Nighthold, which is going to come out a few weeks after 715 drops. Alright, the first thing that we should be doing is something that you guys are probably doing all the time regardless, is doing your emissary quest and your world quest for upgrades. Now, for me, the way I do it is if there's a world quest that drops an item that's within 10 item levels of an upgrade, I go ahead and do it just for that random chance that it'll get warforged and I'll get lucky on that. Keep doing your emissary quests for upgrades and keep doing those world quests to try to fish for those few item level upgrades. Something else that I try to do every week, regardless of how much other content I do, is I try to do at least one mythic plus for the week. Now this week I've pushed a +5. It's nothing too crazy. I could do a lot more, but I feel like a lot of people are getting burnt out, so try to do at least 1 or 2 mythic pluses so that you get your weekly cash on Tuesday to try to get those big upgrades. One other thing that we need to be preparing for is the fact that they're going to try to fix the legendary catch-up mechanic, and also they're going to rebalance all the legendaries, so even if you got another legendary that wasn't very good for your class, it's probably going to be an upgrade now. And something that's coming in 715 is the ability to upgrade legendaries. So what you should do in preparation of this is research the last point in your order hall so you can equip 2 legendaries at a given time, and also complete the quest chain that has to do with your artifact knowledge and with Illidan. When you go back in time and you start seeing all these things with Illidan, make sure you complete that quest line because that needs to be complete before you can finish upgrading your legendaries. Another big point that we need to drive home is to keep all the gear that is labeled as a side grade or a slight upgrade with item level, but your secondary stats might not be there. Since we're all getting a nerf to secondary stats and they're rebalancing all the classes in 715, we don't know exactly how each class is going to come out. All of the simulations haven't been run yet, so hold on to anything that's an item level upgrade. I know most of us do that anyway for the item level, for LFR, or for the group finder, but hold on to everything and hold on to it for a week or two just so that we know exactly what your new stat priority is going to be, if it's going to change at all, and if item level upgrade is going to define what you equip. I know for tanks it's a little bit different, and for us it probably won't have as big of an impact, but if you have an alt DPS or something like that, you want to hold on to every single item level upgrade because more than likely it's going to be worth your time to equip it. Something else I try to do every week is I try to do at least Emerald Nightmare Heroic because it does still have some upgrades for me. So try to do your weekly reset for raids and try to fish for a few more item levels, just because when Nighthold comes out, we know that that's going to be challenging content and we want to be as best prepared for it as possible. Even if from now to when Nighthold launches, you get a 5 item level bump up, that's more than enough to make a difference when you're doing that endgame raiding. Another thing that I'm very excited about is you need to get all of your alts ready. You can level them to 100 and have them sitting there, because once 715 drops from your main, you're going to be able to buy artifact knowledge levels and send them to your alts. So they're going to be receiving increased artifact knowledge, and the catch-up mechanic for alts in 715 is a lot better than it is now. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. So someone like me who used to be an altaholic and Legion made me feel like being on an alt was wasting my time, I could be leveling my main. This is not the case anymore. Now alts are going to be able to catch up a lot faster, suck up less of your time, and they're going to be viable. So overall, really hold on to all the gear you're getting right now, even if it doesn't have your secondary stats that you're used to. With all these changes, class changes, stat priorities, everybody's getting a bit of a nerf. We don't know what gear is going to be best, so let the dust settle a little bit. Let everybody run the simulations and new information come out, just so that you don't feel like you wasted your time by vendoring all of this gear that could now be useful. Also, complete all of your quests that have to do with Emerald Nightmare and TOV, just so that you're ready to jump into that Nighthold grind. I know it's not going to drop immediately with 715, but you do want to complete all those quest lines so you're not bogged up in old content. And a big one to remember, of course, is to finish that Illidan quest line just so that you can upgrade your legendaries. Since we know that they want primary stats to be a driving force on what you equip and item level, legendaries are an easy way to get a bump up in item level. So finish that quest line, hold on to your legendaries, and do the research so that you can equip 2 at one time, so that when 715 drops, you'll basically have a really nice upgrade waiting for you right off the bat. That really does it for the weekly checklist that you should be doing these last few weeks before 715 drops. Hopefully we're all still viable after all the changes that have been made. I know they're very significant, especially for some other classes. I know for my warrior, they're not as groundbreaking as, say, for mages, but hopefully we're all still in a good place and the content doesn't get harder because we all got nerfed. So if there's anything I missed in preparing for 7.1.5, let me know in the comments below. And as always, good luck out there.